Hi friends, I'm Triveni. Welcome to my channel Spiritual Alchemy, and I wholeheartedly thank each one of you who have subscribed my channel. And today I'm here to tell you something about exams and how to overcome the fear of exams. Okay? Exams are coming soon, right? And I hope you all have prepared well. But still, somewhere in a corner, you are stressed and a bit nervous too, right? Today, I am here to reduce your stress and make your studying interesting and gain good marks. Okay? Now, I am going to tell you a small story. Listen carefully. Once upon a time, in a small town which was in between hills, lived a young boy. Like many boys of his age, he loved playing with his friends. He loved watching the clouds pass by and also listening to the birds sing. But there was one time in which the boy struggled immensely, and that was his studies. No matter how hard he studied, he could never grasp the lessons or remember what he studied. His classmates often laughed at him at his mistakes, which made him even more disheartened. One day, he was walking in the forest nearby his town. The boy suddenly saw a quaint temple. And it was looking somewhat indifferent, the temple. So he was very curious and he went inside the temple and he found a sadhu sitting in a deep meditation. The serenity of the place and the sadhu's aura of calmness made the boy feel at ease. Gathering up the courage, the boy approached the sadhu and said, Sadhuji, I am very weak in my studies. I forget what I learn and I find it hard to concentrate. Can you help me, please? Sadhuji opened his eyes, gave boy a gentle smile and said, Certainly, but first you must learn to understand the essence of studying and the mind. Therefore, I will give you valuable tips by which you can concentrate your mind and improve your studies. Then the Sadhuji started explaining. The first step is clear your mind, Sadhuji told. He gave the boy a small jar filled with muddy water. He asked the boy, What do you see? The boy looked at the jar and replied, It's muddy water. Then Sadhuji told, Now place the jar here and let's wait. After an hour, the dirt had settled to the bottom of the jar and the water became clear. Then Sadhuji said, pointing to the jar, This is your clear mind. When it's filled with thoughts and play and fear or distractions, you cannot see it clearly. But when your mind is calm, clarity emerges. Therefore, before studying, take a few moments to meditate, focusing on your breathing, clearing your mind of distractions. By doing this, whatever you read will understand it better. Focus on the present. Then the Sadhuji then pointed to a burning candle and asked the boy to watch the flame without letting his mind wander here and there. Initially, the boy's mind drifted to his classmates, his failures, and other things. But after some time, with practice, he could focus solely on the flame. Then Sadhuji said, You see, the past is gone. The future is yet to come. Therefore, when you study, be in the present. If your mind drifts to past mistakes or future worries, gently bring back and focus on your study. Therefore, whenever you study, give it your undivided attention and be in the present moment. Absorb the knowledge, don't memorize. Then the Sadhuji gave boy a sponge and a stone. I'll just repeat the previous dialogue of the Sadhuji because it's very important for majority of the students, because usually when they sit to study, their mind keep jumping here and there like a monkey, so which is not allowing them to focus on their study. Okay, see, now again I'll repeat. You see, the past is gone and the future is yet to come. Therefore, when you study, be in the present. If your mind drifts to past mistakes or future worries, gently bring back and focus on your study. Therefore, whenever you study, give it your undivided attention and be in the present moment. Absorb your knowledge, don't memorize. See, when you memorize, it will stay for a very short period of time in your mind. The same thing, if you absorb, if you understand, then it will stay forever in your mind. Okay, this is what Sadhuji tried to tell. Now, next thing, Sadhuji gave the boy a sponge and a stone in both the hands. Then he poured water over both. The sponge absorbed the water, while water just slid off the stone. Then the master, the Sadhuji, said, many students try to memorize facts like the stone letting them slide away after a while. Instead, be like the sponge, absorb the knowledge, understand it, make it a part of you. Don't just memorize, understand the concepts, visualize them, and relate them to real life scenarios. Thus, you will never forget what you have learned and will remember it forever. Break tasks into steps. Now again I'll repeat because this is very nice. You'll understand why you must not memorize. Why should you understand and absorb the knowledge? I'll tell you, I'll repeat it once again. Many students try to memorize the facts like the stone letting them slide away after a while. Instead, be like a sponge, absorb the knowledge, understand it, make it a part of you. Don't just memorize, understand the concepts, visualize them, and relate them to real life scenarios. Thus, you will never forget what you have learned and will remember it forever. Break tasks into steps. Then Sadhuji presented boy with a large block of wood and asked him to split it into pieces. The boy tried hard but failed. Then Sadhuji showed him how to chisel it little by little, eventually breaking it apart. Then he said, see, when faced with a big task, break it into smaller tasks. Study in chunks. Grasp a bit at a time. And eventually, you will understand the whole. Therefore, divide your study material into sections. Focus on one section at a time. Take small breaks and then move to the next. Thus, you will not get bored and can study for long hours. Be persistent. Don't you think this is very nice? Shall I repeat again? See what Sadhuji told. Sadhuji told, when faced with a big task, that is, when you are studying with a whole textbook, break it into smaller tasks. Break it into episodes or like lesson by lesson, like that, and study in chunks, means study each and every episode, like each and every lesson. One lesson you study, understand it thoroughly, then give a break, again go to the next lesson. That's what he meant. Grasp a bit at a time and eventually you will understand the whole. Therefore, divide your study material into sections. Focus on one section at a time, take small breaks and then move to the next. Thus, you will not get bored and can study for long hours. Be persistent. Did you understand, friends? Then Sadhuji planted 2 seeds in separate pots. He watered one regularly while the other one was neglected. In a few days, the first seed which was watered was sprouted, the seed was sprouted and grew into a beautiful plant, while the other remained dormant, that is, it remained still. Then the Sadhuji told to the boy, just like the plant, your efforts will bear fruit if you are persistent and consistent. Therefore, study regularly, even if it's just a little every day. Consistently is the key if you maintain consistency, and keep studying even for a little time every day. Then one day you will definitely turn into a brilliant student. How nice is it, isn't it, friends? Shall I repeat again for you people, because there's a lot of meaning in this. Just try to understand this and you'll know what the Sadhuji is meaning to the boy. Just like the plant, your efforts will bear fruits if you are persistent and consistent. Therefore, study regularly even if it's just a little every day. Consistently is the key if you maintain consistency, and keep studying even for a little time every day. Then one day you will definitely turn into a brilliant student. The boy kept coming to the Sadhuji continuously for a few days to learn and practice these principles. When he returned to school, he applied the lessons in his studies. It wasn't an overnight change, friends, but with time. The boy saw significant improvement. He became more attentive, understood topics better, and remembered what he learnt. His grades improved, and more importantly, he began to enjoy learning. Years later, the boy grew up and became a very successful man. He often used to remember the invaluable lessons he learned from Sadhuji, emphasizing that it wasn't just about studying better but also about living better. He understood that in the journey of life, it's not just about the destination but the path you take and the lessons you learn along the way. So, friends, if you also face challenges in your study, then just remember the boy's journey. Just like he transformed from a struggling student to a brilliant one, you too can become brilliant with the power of determination, focus, and a clear mind. Embrace each moment, absorb the knowledge around you, and break down your goals into manageable steps. As you walk the path of learning, let Sadhuji's timeless wisdom remind you that your efforts, no matter how small, will bloom into success. So, go forth with courage, for within you lie the potential to shine as brilliantly as the stars in the night sky. Now I will tell you three things. Now this was the story, okay? Wasn't it very much inspiring? I think you got an idea how to study, how to apply these little stories and Sadhuji's words in your daily day-to-day studying life, okay? Now I'll tell you three things what you can do according to law of attraction. According to law of attraction, there are three very simple things. In that, first thing is write 398 on a piece of paper and either place it on your study table or on your studying place in such a way that it should be seen while you are studying. Remember 398. Write it in a bold one in some sketch pen or marker on a paper and stick it on the table, okay? So that always you should be seeing that number, because this is the number for success in studies. I'll tell you how and why in some other video once your exams are over. Now that your exams are coming, you need to focus on your studies, so this much is enough if you do. The second thing is visualization. This is very important and easy. See, daily you will have to visualize. What you will have to visualize? You will have to visualize that you have scored above 90 marks in all subjects and your total marks are up to 96%. Whichever class you are studying, then you sit and just close your eyes and with a smiling face imagine this, that you have studied well, you have covered up all the portions, and in each and every subject you have scored above 90, so your total percentage is 96% approximately here and there. Aren't you happy? And this one, when you put effort along with this visualization, believe me friends, it will work 100%. But putting effort is very much important, not there just visualize and you'll get the marks even without writing or without studying. No, that's wrong. Visualize and also study, so it helps both. The third one, write a letter to the universe. I'll tell you how to write the letter. You just see the description. I would have given the format how to write, okay? And keep the letter under your pillow. Daily, just before you go to sleep, read that. And morning, as soon as you wake up, read that. Isn't it funny? But don't forget to see the description, okay? So here, three things what you are supposed to do is write 3, 9, 8 on a paper, stick it on your study table, and the second one is visualization, and the third one is letter. So I think now your mind is boosted up, so you can face your exams you can take it challengingly, and you can study it and you can pass out, right? And one more thing, I have a studying affirmations, means studying meditation in the previous video. I'll give you the link in the description. Daily, when you sit to study, just before studying, once you're back from school or college or whatever, before studying, just freshen up your face, wash it and sit down. It's just hardly 8 to 10 minutes. Listen to it with your closed mind. Sit in a yoga position, meditation position, put your earphones in, listen to that, and then you'll be motivated. Along with, you'll remember this story what I told you now, and you'll listen to that affirmations, and then you start studying. With all this, you are the one who will be successful without any doubt. And so, if you have any doubts regarding your studies, not in your subject, regarding subject, you can ask your teachers or lecturers. Regarding your studying, say whatever you do all these also you're not able to study, then put it in the comment box. Or if parents are watching, and you can tell this story whatever I've told now to your children and make them study. Still if they are not able to, you can comment in the comment section. I'll give you more good suggestions. And if students are watching, you too can give me the suggestions if it's working or if it's not working also, so that other people also will know how it is working or how it's not working. If it's not working, what is the thing you'll have to do. Isn't it very informative, friends? So I hope you'll make use of all these in your studies and gain good mark. All the very best to your exams. Thank you.